When you ask most parents what we want for our kids, one of the first answers that's going to come out of our mouths is we want them to be happy, right? It's what we try to do for our kids. It guides our decisions about their education, discipline. It's the reason we're searching for that perfect Christmas gift, right? Well, our WTHR education expert, Jennifer Brinker from Greenwood Middle School, is here again this morning on this Sunday before Thanksgiving to talk about some of the keys to raising happy kids. Good morning, Mrs. Brinker. So what's the secret sauce?
There are a lot of factors that go into having a happy kid. They have to have all their needs met. They need you to spend, time with them, care about them. But the one I'm going to put at the top of the list, a happy child is a grateful child. So it's important to teach our children gratitude. So yeah, like you said, this Thanksgiving week, it seemed like a good thing to talk about.
So how do we go about doing that? How do we teach our kids to be grateful?
Well, we really have to set that as the culture in our home. We need to have a grateful home to have a grateful child. And, it's normal like this time of year at Thanksgiving to go around the table and talk about what you're grateful for. That doesn't just need to be a Thanksgiving activity. That's something you need to talk to your kids about every day. You need to stop and reflect and think about the things that you are thankful for, the fortune that you've had. And make that weaved into your every single day life.
Yeah, you can't flip the switch. It's got to be a culture ingrained in your family. You work in a middle school. I'm sure you hear quite a bit about kids being ungrateful or maybe entitled. So what would you say is causing that?
I think we as adults, we have all the best intentions for our kids. We love them. We want to give them everything. We don't ever want them to suffer through anything. But sometimes in doing that, we could spoil them a little bit and make them think that they deserve every good thing that ever happens to them. And, people talk about kids sometimes seeming entitled or this generation. We as adults sometimes can be awfully entitled and not grateful. So, it's just important to keep in mind and have those conversations with your child that we don't deserve every good thing that we have in our life. We tend to think, I've worked hard, I should have this, or I've made good choices, so I deserve this. It's important to talk about the fact that you're fortunate, you're lucky, you're blessed, however you want to say it, that we don't just always need to have good things happen to us. And that way, kids don't get quite as disappointed when something doesn't go their way, too.
What are some of the other activities that we can teach our kids and help them to become grateful?
I'm a big fan of thank you cards. I think a good rule to have is that you cannot use or play with a toy or something that you get until you've written a thank you card. Use thank yous out and about in public. Make sure that you're saying that at the store, at a restaurant, so that your kids are hearing you model that for them. One fun thing to do in the car, list a letter while you're driving to, say the letter S, and the kid has to say everything they can think of they're thankful for that begins with that letter. So that's a fun one. And then a gratitude journal. You can pick up something like this on Amazon, $5 or $6, write in it every day, and it will definitely boost your mood and increase gratitude for your kids.
Love it. Any specifics for Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, again, it's always a good activity going around the table, listing things you're grateful for. But I also say break out the paper and crayons. Adults will love this just like kids. They can draw things, they can write things down they're grateful for. And then if you can keep it nice and neat, hang it up somewhere in your house so that you have that visual reminder of all the things that you have to be grateful for.
Some great ideas. Mrs. Brinker, as always, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll be right back.